Keller at large, the first of 3 Republican candidates challenging Elizabeth Warren for her Senate seat this November.
Yeah, here's John Keller.
Good morning. Thanks very much for joining us. This morning, we begin a series of interviews over the next month or so with the 3 Republican candidates vying to challenge Senator Elizabeth Warren in November for that Senate seat. And a quick disclosure here right off the bat that I'll be making throughout these. My adult son, Barney, is a Washington, D.C.-based political consultant who is advising the campaign of another Republican candidate, John Kingston. Now, to our guest this morning, she is Beth Lindstrom, a familiar figure in local Republican circles as the first female executive director of the state Republican Party and also former executive director of the state lottery, among her many accomplishments. Beth, welcome.
Thank you, John. Nice to be here.
Thank you for being here. So you've got a radio ad running, which features the claim that you are, quote, not a politician. What do you mean by that?
Well, I have not held office before. This is my first time running for office. And so, given that I have not held a seat, I'm not a politician. I've been around politics. I've been a political activist. I've helped other people get elected through the years. Helped elect Bill Weld, Paul Cellucci, Joe Malone. Was an advisor to Mitt Romney.
You ran a super PAC?
Well, I was president of a super PAC for, that helped elect Charlie Baker and ran Scott Brown's first race. So I've been around. I understand what it looks like, but I have not held office myself.
So what's the difference between being a veteran political activist or an elected official?
Well, I think when you've been an elected official, you have you look at things through a different lens. And especially if you're a political opportunist, then you look at things in self-interest versus the interest of the people who you want to serve. And I could subscribe that to a couple of my opponents. So that's the difference. I look at it from a small business owner, a mother of 3 children, and somebody who wants to serve the people of Massachusetts and put their interests before my own.
Well, you tout your business background as running a small business. Kingston has been a successful businessman. Jeff Deal has been active in politics for many years like yourself. Why are they opportunists and you're not?
Well, because look at Jeff Deal, who ran for, well, first, I'm the only Republican who's been a Republican for 30 years in this whole race. And Jeff Deal saw the opportunity. He was a Democrat, saw the opportunity to run for the state Republican or representative seat, and then ran for a state Senate seat, and now he's running for a U.S. Senate seat. So, to me, that's a career politician. You know, John Kingston, his problem is that he left the party. He unenrolled. He funded $1 million out of his own pocket to fund a third-party candidate because he didn't like his candidate didn't win in the presidential primary. So I think that's a tough nut to crack. And so for me, I just have a different background. I've been involved in 4 startup companies. I have led large organizations in the government, first director of the lottery as a female, and on Governor Romney's cabinet, Secretary of Consumer Affairs, business regulation. I think it just is a different perspective than someone who's always elected office or wants to seek a next elected office. Let
me pick up on something you just mentioned, your work as Director of Consumer Affairs. Senator Warren, who you're aiming to knock off, really made her name in Washington as the sort of creator or co-creator of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Do you think we need such an agency in Washington to protect consumers?
I do. I would not get rid of it because having the knowledge that you need to protect some consumers, because there are some bad actors out there, but you also need to make sure that businesses can thrive. Now, the interesting thing with Elizabeth Warren is that she didn't get nominated to run that agency. And for me, I think she is a rock thrower. She said she wanted to do 3 things in life: teach, write books, and throw rocks. And so she wasn't able to land that position. So she came here to Massachusetts to run. And I think she's still campaigning as a candidate rather than acting like a senator.
All right. On that note, we'll take a quick break, and we'll continue our conversation with Beth Lindstrom, Republican candidate for the nomination for the U.S. Senate. So please stay with us.